Hey Victor, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with you on Wednesday, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and quick. Just want to show you three things that you could do to really maximize your traffic online and potentially improve upon your website a bit. So with that, let me get started. Looking at your website, it's designed relatively well. There's a lot of good things here. This image is nice and crystal clear. It looks great. Your colors match your logo, which, believe it or not, a lot of people don't do that. But so everything's built pretty well. The problem is that there's not a ton of content here. And content is anything that you can highlight, whether that be pictures, text, and really in this instance, I'm talking about text. And there's a couple reasons why you want a lot of content. The first is so that you could be found for specific keywords. And I was looking at what you actually are ranking for, and what you're ranking for here, you're ranking on really one keyword when I looked at it, and the only thing you're really ranking on is your particular name, right? Louis Roofing. So you know you're getting some traffic for your name, but you should own your name anyway. And what I'm looking for in content is I want to go after buyer specific content, right? Like roofing companies Dallas or roofers Dallas or commercial roofing Dallas. Like those are important things to do, go after. And I looked at the DFW, Fort Worth. So in Dallas, there's 12,000 searches for roofing a month. In Fort Worth, there's another 4,000. In sorry, my computer's running a little slow. With DFW, another 1,500. Garland, Arlington. In Garland, there's 2,700. In Arlington, there's 2,900. So there's a ton of roofing volume out there that you could really go after. But you need kind of those keywords that you're looking to rank for within your content. And what you should do in terms of adding the content, so say you wanted to rank for roofers Dallas, right? I would put that within my heading. I would have it within my text. I might even save an image as that particular keyword. And what happens is when Google crawls your site, they see that you have that keyword verbatim in a couple of places, and that it's in your headings. And it's really important. Those headings are really important to have your keywords within them, because it's like an outline, right? Like you used to do in high school or college. What when Google crawls, those they see those are the sections, and those are what's important. And so you're more likely to rank with the keywords within your header, within your heading, excuse me, those H1, H2, H3 tags, all super important. So having those keywords, where they're laid out and how often are very important. And then it is a ranking factor too. The more content you have, the more likely you are to be ranked. It's one of the reasons why sites like Wikipedia and Yelp do so well. They just have a ton of content. And side note with that, your site's not secure. This is just an SSL certificate thing. Um, so you definitely want that for anybody sending you information, or if you were have people call online. And plus, Google will ding you if you don't have your site secure. So content definitely would be my first tip. My second tip would just be to continue to build and grow this Google business profile. And it's a really good way to get people to call your phone, or, reach you, get directions to your location if you have directions, which it doesn't look like you do. But just get calls, get people to your website, what have you. And how you build this up, one is reviews, right? So the more 5-star reviews you get, the better. It adds kind of authenticity and authority to your to your Google business profile, because Google likes to see that you're a real company and that you're actually doing the work, and people are leaving you reviews. And if you can get 1 to 2 a week, you're looking at 100 a year, and after 2 or 3 years, you got 2 or 300 reviews. You're doing really solid. So really important to keep doing this. There's a couple ways you can do it. CRMs, right? Email companies after you've, or email businesses, or homes, or homeowners after you've done the work. There's also your Your installers can have QVC codes that link to your review page, so they can leave reviews in a matter of minutes when a job's done. So there's a lot of things you can do to really build that up. All this information you have here needs to be consistent throughout the web. So if it says that you're open, let's see, 8 to 6, really important that your Yelp page, your website all says the same information, because if it's wrong, Google doesn't like that. They'll ding you. They want to see that somebody searching on 3 different platforms will get the same information. And then last but not least, these photos, you want to save them as keywords. So if I added a photo, I would save it as like roofers Dallas, right? And I would save it as a I would save it a as that keyword roofers Dallas, and I would geotag it. So I would come in and say right here, excuse me, and Google will think that you potentially did that roof. So it's really important to tag those as specific locations and also as specific keywords. And obviously, there's more things you can do there. You can tie it to uh, your socials and all kinds of stuff. Last but not least, you want to build up the strength of your site. And that's what we call SEO. It's really just getting links from different websites to link back to you, because Google wants to see that you're a web and you're interconnected, and that the more interconnected you are, the bigger your site looks, and the more powerful, and they think that you're an expert, right? And so really what you want to do is you want to build this up with things that have to do with roofing, topical, strong sites, and that's going to improve this numerical value. And this is on a 0 to 100 scale of trust and strength with your site. And really with roofing, you want to be in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and you really would like to see a 1-to-1 roofing, 1-to-1 ratio. And just to show you what that looks like, this is Lon Smith there in Dallas. I mean, he's a gigantic, company. It's going to be tough to kind of beat him out. It would take some time, but this is kind of what you eventually want to go to. As you can see here, they're in the 40s, not quite the 1-to-1 ratio. They do have 330 websites that are sending almost 8,000 links back to their site, and they're ranking on 1,100 keywords. And as you can see, they're getting a lot of traffic every day. So this is kind of what you want to get to. It does take some time. When you're trying to rank for different things, like for instance the Google Business Profile, it's a great thing to run ads to. Ads are above the fold, and when you run an ad, people, everybody searches differently, right? So some people click on the first thing they see. So ads are a great way to get volume to your site. You can also, when you're ranking here, I've seen these pull 40% of the traffic and sometimes outdo the organics. So, again, this Google My Business is a fantastic tool to really, get you traffic in through the door. And if you're running an ad, you're number one here and you're number one here, you're going to pull as much traffic as you can. So, I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, need some help, whatever it may be. We'd love some feedback as well. I also have a link to my calendar. Feel free to schedule some time. Myself or my business partner Jackie would love to get in contact with you. But with that, have a great day and God bless.